What happened?
Oh, that. I know he was like saying he was saying that to them that they were greedy and yeah.
Yeah, people are like that. That's why I don't really like to stream. I would stream, but I just don't. I'm too.
And I told Infinite how to like block the code.
Oh yeah, yeah, I forgot you could block the code.
I showed
Hey
him how to do
yo,
that.
I
What?
missed it. We could go back shrinking. Yeah, shrinking. But it's at 320. Frick. Oh my god. What's next? Talk
I
real
tried to get it,
estate.
but it was too late.
10:35. I have a long way to get that. I just noticed. But wait. So what's spawning next? I thought. Oh yeah, spawning. Is he still in here? There he is. 320, 355. So we have a good amount of time for me to grind. But right now,
Bro, the reason why I wanted to get one of the new game cards is so I could do a showcase.
Infinite what?
I said the reason why I wanted to get one of the new game cards is so I could do a showcase on YouTube.
Infinite what?
Forget it.
my main goal is to get the what is it, Jiren? Or what is it called?
I mean 10 tails?
No, my main goal is in Genkai. I'm either trying to get Renegon.
You still haven't got Renegade?
No, but I will. There was a 3 chance I could have got Renegon or Ubito, but I got Itachi's eyes. So.
Bro, when did you get it?
Oh.
Infinite.
Huh?
You're like your like when you talk is lagging.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, yo, hop off. I mean, turn away. Bro, in my opinion, Itachi's eyes are probably better than one of the modes in gyms, like the very first.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? How many spins did it take you to get Itachi?
So I set it to 40, and that's the day when that's when the day was when the Ubito eyes came out the next day. So that's when I got Itachi's eyes. I set it to 40. That's mostly it.
They must have upped the chances to get it. to get stuff.
Yeah.
Cause I didn't get
Probably.
nothing that day.
Yeah. Guys, remember when Renegon was 0.76% chance to get?
Yeah.
Bro, I feel bad for the people who spent all their Robux just to get it on that day. But once they said that Obito is gonna be rare, I just knew there's gonna be 0.76% chance to getting it. And it says it's gonna be the rarest thing in the rarest KG.
But I got 200 rarity eyes. Or Genkai. It's Byakugan and Itachi's eyes. Hey, yo, I'm trying to do a thing.
What's up,
Oh,
stream?
you're not. Oh, you're still streaming?
I just started it.
He started streaming.
Um,
But that was me who said that.
Hmm?
I would say what's up.
No, one other person said it too.
Infinite, why are you so?
I'm eating ice cream.
oh, you lucky. Oh my gosh, I missed that? No way.
That's why.
I have the, let me check this.
Make sure you guys sub.
I have a Taijutsu.
I'm gonna
Hey,
grind,
yo.
guys.
Oh.
And people really wants to do war. They're like, yo, Infinite, could we do war? Or to keep speaking.
Let me go look at your stream right quick.
You guys not see my level? I cannot help you in war.
Alright.
That's one spin. I'm about to probably
guys
farm
asking
spin.
for you to do war. Hey yo, can I be mod infinity?
I guess.
Alright, I'm gonna type in your chat right quick. There.
What's up,
I'm gonna
stream? Eating like good ice cream.
What ice cream is it?
Hey, we're not talking about drugs.
Hmm?
He said, are you not talking? I'm not gonna say that, cause I don't know. I just don't want to say it. Oh snap! No, wait.
Oh, what does broken mean?
What?
This dude said, he said, this person said your radio's broken. He said your radio's broken. And then he said, it does not work right now. That's the meaning of broken. It's something that doesn't work or doesn't work right now. And also pain, the lightning style, Renku Blaze Spawn.
Oh snap!
Oh, guys, did you know that Nagato wasn't Uzumaki?
He was or he wasn't?
Yes, he was. Look it up. It's just a haircut. Chill. You must have that fuss hair or something.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up. Fuck off, man. Let me charge on my chakra. Holy.
What is that?
Oh, wait. Oh, no, I'm tripping. Why am I fighting?
Hey, I'm hopping for you, Bane.
Hey, wait, it's not right now. It's at
Quick, same deal here.
3:25.
Turn that like button blue, share this video
No,
with any
it's at
cultured Naruto fans you
3:55.
know, and I'll get started on the next Naruto video as soon as we hit
Are
4,000
you
likes
kidding?
on this one. Then I'll
Yes,
pick one of the
that's
suggested topics in
3:55.
the comment section
No,
and do a
no.
video notification. Village.
Yes, it
This
is.
era
3:55.
forces allowed
Oh, I'm
That's why
retarded,
their
never
village
mind.
was known as the Village of Longevity. Their
Yeah,
strong life forces
these are
allowed them
all-
to recover
I
from greater
love
wounds
mission
in less
things
time.
and
By using their
things.
chakra, they could quickly heal themselves and potentially others.
The
Their
last
clan
level
symbol
my
is the
shiny,
spiral circle that
and
you'll
the
find at the
unlocked
back of
position.
Naruto's jackets. Because the Senju clan and their friends had a close relationship with
Wait,
the
it's the
Uzumaki
second
in
one to
their
come out
village,
this
when the
season?
Hidden Leaf village was formed, they added the Uzumaki / Uzushiogakure
I have
symbol
no
to their
idea.
flak jackets and elsewhere throughout the village. I find it really cool that Naruto was always wearing the symbol of his mom and ancestors even before he realized it. However, Uzushiogakure is no more. Because the village was so feared for their sealing jutsu abilities, they were targeted and wiped out during the era of war and unrest. The survivors fled and dispersed throughout the lands. Since then, Konohagakure, aka the Hidden Leaf Village, has become the home of the Uzumaki clan, which includes Naruto and his family. Now let's get into the individual clan members that we know of. Number 1 is Ashina Uzumaki. Ashina was the leader of the Uzumaki clan when the Hidden Leaf Village was formed. He excelled in sealing jutsu even compared to other members of his clan, and he was said to be the forefather of sealing jutsu in the Hidden Leaf Village. On to number 2, Mito Uzumaki. She was the wife of the first Hokage Hashirama Senju. She was from Uzushiogakure before she migrated to the Hidden Leaf Village. Not only did she become Hashirama's wife, she also became the first Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox by sealing Kurama within herself. As a Jinchuriki, she also possessed the power to sense negative emotions. It is clear that the vitality and sealing prowess of the Uzumaki clan members make them especially good Jinchuriki choices for the very powerful Nine-Tails. Mito, and as we'll see later, Naruto's mother had particularly powerful chakra even among the Uzumaki, and this powerful chakra could suppress the Nine-Tails. Mito was a great example of the longevity of the Uzumaki clan. She was already an adult when the Hidden Leaf was formed, and then she went on to live through the first 3 Hokage until she finally passed on the Nine-Tails to Kushina. What's more, Mito's hair never turned gray, another sign of her vitality. She also had a profound impact on Kushina, teaching her that even a Jinchuriki can live a happy life if they fill it with love. Love is what kept Kurama in check, while negative emotions would have let him overwhelm his Jinchuriki. Lastly, Mito also had a diamond mark on her forehead just like Tsunade, who is Mito's descendant. For Tsunade, this was the strength of 100 seal, aka the 100 healings mark, an S-rank sealing jutsu which continually amasses chakra until the user chooses to release it.
David Perdue was exonerated. Ethics officials
Hey,
said he
yo,
followed the
it's
rules.
almost
No
fine.
wonder fact-checker said John Ossoff's ad is false.
Once released, the stored chakra will amplify the power of the user's techniques in a big way. We don't know if Mito's was just decorative, but since it's a sealing jutsu and since she was Tsunade's ancestor, I think it's totally possible that Mito Uzumaki was able to use this OP technique as well. We don't see her fight, but you can bet that she was a force to be reckoned with. In fact, she sealed the Nine-Tails in herself because she wanted to gain more power for her husband. So it's clear that the two were a real power couple. Next up, let's look at number 3, Nagato, aka
I
Pain,
told
another
y'all.
descendant of the Uzumaki
Wait,
clan. He was
Nagato
from
is an
Amegakure,
Uzumaki.
aka the village hidden in the rain. Another antagonist.
Of course,
with
'cause he
interesting
got married to,
philosophy. He began leading the new
Naruto's mom was,
Akatsuki
I
in
forgot
order
her
to
name,
create a
but she's
peaceful
a
world by
Uzumaki.
any means necessary. Ironically, if it
And
took
then
pain and violence to
her
bring
most
about peace,
famous
Nagato was more than
name
ready
is
to
the
dish it
one
out.
that
Nagato had a
that takes the
depressing
place
past where
of
his
the family.
parents,
No.
including his
No, like,
Uzumaki
you know
mother,
he-
Ayo,
also
the thing
died in
about-
order to protect him. They
the
tried
thing
to
about
escape
her-
when Hidden
I know,
Leaf
I know,
Village
I know,
Ninja
wait.
broke into their
No, you
house,
said,
but when they were detected, Nagato's
got,
mom and
like,
dad decided to
if they're
distract
both
the ninjas so that their
Uzumakis and
son
they get
might have a
married,
chance
doesn't
of
mean anything.
escaping. Unfortunately, they were
Because
killed,
Sakura
and
and
Nagato
Sasuke
ended
got
up
married
using
and
the
they're not
Renegon
both in the
eyes
same
that
clan.
Madara had implanted into him to kill these Hidden
No,
Leaf
but I
Village
take the
ninjas.
clan
On
name.
a side note, not much is known about Uzumaki number 4, Fuso. Like her son Nagato,
But
she
still,
had the
you
red
didn't
hair
explain
that's
that
characteristic of the Uzumaki clan.
You could've
We
said
know
that.
she was a
So
nurse and
that's why I
provided
said that.
humanitarian
But
aid
yeah,
during the
huh?
Second Shinobi World War
never
until she
mind.
sacrificed her life for her son. We don't know much
Hello.
about Fuso's
Welcome
abilities,
to the
so
stream,
let's
guys.
get back to Nagato and his abilities. As the leader of Akatsuki, Nagato was regarded as the strongest member. According to Kabuto, he was the most powerful reincarnated shinobi aside from an enhanced Nadero Uchiha himself. Nagato was often viewed as being unbeatable, and when the legendary Jiraiya lost his life to pain, Tsunade even said that no one but the Furry Sage could have gotten that far against him. He could even single-handedly destroy the Hidden Leaf Village, which is crazy to think about. As usual in these videos, I'll offer a highlight of some of Nagato's impressive abilities, and if you want an even more detailed breakdown, request a video dedicated to Nagato in the description. His Uzumaki heritage and Rinnegan eyes combined to give Nagato a vast amount of chakra to work with. It is because of his Uzumaki genes that he could use another's 2 Rinnegan eyes without drawbacks. Against Hanzo, Nagato's legs were badly injured, leaving his original body frail, but fortunately for him, he had other ways to fight. More on that in a bit. As with Naruto, Jiraiya trained Nagato, who mastered every technique that was taught to him. He could use all 5 basic nature transformations and Yang release at the mere age of 10. Nagato is an amazing sensor, able to pinpoint a person's specific chakra from vast distances and figure out their location. He can also alter his own chakra so other sensors can't discover him. He was so skilled with the Rinnegan that Obito called him the 3rd sage of 6 paths.
I'm going back.
Including gravitational powers, animal summons,
thing is spawned in my server and I
control
left
over
though.
people's souls, body manipulation / mechanization, and the ability to summon
Put me
demons
back.
of hell, who can be used for interrogation purposes or to repair damage. When he was alive, he used each one of these 6 abilities through 6 avatars. Nagato kept the ability of the outer path for his own body, which allowed him to summon the husk of the Ten Tails, to use black receivers to control avatars or people by channeling chakra into them, and to use the Samsara of Heavenly Life technique. This last technique is a bit of a cheat code, allowing one to sacrifice their own life energy to revive the recently departed. Nagato used this technique to bring back many Hidden Leaf Ninja, including Kakashi. The King of Hell released all the souls which returned to their rejuvenated bodies, and in turn, Nagato's red hair turned white before he eventually expired. Next up, let's look at Uzumaki number 5, the Obsessed, before return to their rejuvenated bodies, and in turn, Nagato's red hair turned white before he eventually expired. Next up, let's look at Uzumaki number 5, the Obsessed Sasuke fangirl Karin. She's from Kusagakure, aka the village hidden in the grass. She was an assistant to Orochimaru and then a member of Sasuke's group Taka.
Where is it in the cave?
Sasuke used her to perform
I don't
one
have
of the
time
most
because
savage
this is
revenge
gonna
moments
take
in
it.
anime when he shot through her in order to hit Danzo. Despite this, Karin, who managed to survive, ended up forgiving Sasuke and even delivering his and Sakura's child, Sarada. Karin later gave Sarada her original glasses, so you gotta hand it to her. Overall, she handled losing Sasuke to Sakura pretty well. Now let's turn to her abilities. She wasn't chosen by Orochimaru and then by Sasuke for no reason. Unlike Nagato, she doesn't really shine in combat but in assistance. She possesses an ability known as the Mind's Eye of the Kagura, which allows her to sense and track chakra from vast distances. She can also sense changes in chakra, which lets her know when someone is lying
Come on,
or when
hurry
someone
up,
is caught in a
stupid.
genjutsu. She can tell when there's weird chakra behavior within a radius of many kilometers, so she can quickly escape before something goes down, and she can even conceal her own chakra, making her invisible to chakra sensors. Obviously, as she's concealing her chakra, she can't use abilities that require chakra, so this is an ability that should be used when hiding rather than when fighting. Then we have her life force, which is remarkable like a true Uzumaki. Her life force is so strong that she can heal others by having them bite her. She often healed Sasuke in this way, and it definitely led to some weird and funny moments. Karin's life force is ample enough to restore a heavily damaged and depleted Hokage Tsunade.
When I
Karin
realized
jokes
where it
about
is,
how
he took
Tsunade
it.
takes so much of her chakra that she's going to age into an old hag, but she ends up being fine.
I
Her
didn't
life
want
force,
to search
chakra
it up,
reserve,
'cause it's
and
gone-
healing powers
Because
are
I was
truly
on you.
exceptional,
I didn't.
although she
I told
unfortunately
you
has
where
to
it
live
was
with
at,
those
but
bite
yeah, I
marks
was
all
trying to
over
tell
her
you.
body.
It
We've
is so-
also
is
seen
it
Karin
here
move
near the
through
mountain?
Uzumaki clan
Nigga,
adamantine ceiling
where on
chains to
earth would I
fight.
found
The
that?
chains come from the user's
That's
body,
where you
wrap
found-
around
that's where you
targets,
find
and
it,
thus
behind
restrain
the
them.
mountain.
The chains
You have
bind
to mention.
chakra as well as the body. When Naruto's mom uses it, more on her
What is it,
later,
despawn?
she can hold down the Nine
Yeah,
Tails, no
15
small
more
feat.
minutes.
Notably
Pretty sure,
though,
yeah.
a Naruto
15?
data book reveals that
Yeah.
Karen's level of mastery over the technique
Infinite.
is
When-
nowhere
when
close to
does it
Kushina's
despawn?
level of mastery.
It's
We
not-
also know that Karen has
Look
a
it
solid
up,
grasp
look
of
up.
It
earth and
despawns
water
after
release
5
and
minutes of
yin and yang
spawning.
release. I'll also briefly mention Uzumaki number 6, Karin's mom, who appears in the anime. When Karin was still young, her mother took her to Kusagakure. The inhabitants let them stay as long as Karin's mother used her abilities to heal injured villagers. And this is where it gets pretty dark. Like Karin, the mom possessed the ability to heal those who bit her, and thus absorbed her powerful chakra. However, the villagers overused her ability, and Karin's mother eventually died from overexerting herself. Then the villagers replaced her with Karin. So when Orochimaru came around and offered to save her from that situation, you can understand why she went along with him. Next up, we have Uzumaki number 7, Kushina Uzumaki, the mother of our protagonist in the second Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. Kushina was brought over from Uzushio-gakure, the home of the Uzumaki clan, at a young age, so that she could enroll in the academy and become the Jinchuriki. It was already a tradition for Uzumaki to be the Jinchuriki, as was the case with the first Hokage's wife, and Kushina was picked specifically because of her powerful chakra, which was even strong among the Uzumaki. When speaking about the first Nine Tails Jinchuriki Mito, Kushina said that she was the wife of the first Hokage. So Kushina, the second Nine Tails Jinchuriki, decided to be the wife of the fourth Hokage, who was Naruto's dad, Minato Namikaze. As a kid, she proclaimed that she would become the first female Hokage, but the other kids just laughed at her and called her Tomato because of her red hair and round face. She was a tomboy though, and she would beat up those who teased her, and so the nickname evolved from Tomato to the red hot-blooded habanero. Clearly, she was strong to begin with, since she had especially strong chakra that could potentially suppress the Nine Tails, and she could even beat up boys without a problem. She then had the entire nine-tailed fox sealed inside her, which would have boosted her already strong chakra even more.
Because there's more chance of people already taking it. Because if people live every server I'm going to just keep it. I'm pretty sure they took the red
with her adamantine sealing chains. As I mentioned when discussing Karin, these chains are made of chakra, and Karin's adamantine sealing chains technique was only a glimpse of what Kushina was capable of. As mentioned, Kushina could dig her chains into the ground and have them pop up so that they'd trap the strongest of the nine-tailed beasts. Even in a weakened state, she said she could take the nine-tailed beast, although the tailed beast would eventually re-emerge after a delay. The barrier she constructed with the help of her chains to keep the nine-tails trapped inside seemed to be so strong that even the third Hokage couldn't break through it. However, he may not have broken through it because he didn't want the nine-tails to be able to escape, and not because he had no way of breaking through it. We don't know for sure, but I always try to err on the side of not underestimating Sarutobi. Like her clan, Kushina excelled at sealing jutsu, and even taught the fourth Hokage Minato how to perform some. She could use wind, water, and yin release. Eventually, Kushina died protecting her son, but it's clear that she, like Minato, was exceptionally strong, so Naruto had OP genes.
Bro, you won't have enough time to even get it then if it spawns in the last second.
Some people argue that Rock Lee would make her a better underdog protagonist because Naruto clearly
I know exactly where it is at
from
now.
the start if you look at his parents. Now let's talk about Uzumaki number 8, Naruto Uzumaki, the legendary Hokage himself. I already broke down Naruto in my all 7 Hokage and their parents explained video, link in the description. So I'll keep this section pretty short.
When you use Obito's, he freaking maxed it out in one day. So when I tried to get it, this is my man. The time I was so close to getting it, by the time I got it, by the time I was there, I saw Obito's Mangekyo Sharingan effect, and then it just, and then he was like, and then he freaking left the server.
Massive reserves of chakra, and if all that wasn't enough, he also received chakra from all the other tailed beasts and from the Sage of Six Paths, which further increased his power. He even has an artificial arm now made from Hashirama cells that can absorb ninjutsu attacks. The only thing missing is Sasuke giving him his Rinnegan. Naruto can now use all 5 major transformations and yin and yang release. Some of his most notable abilities include shadow clothing to the extreme, every variation of the Rasengan you can imagine, including the S-Class technique, Wind Release, Rasen Shuriken, the golden Naruto form known as Six-Path Sage Mode, which lets him flex on his opponents and even summon a giant 3-headed Kurama avatar that can launch giant Rasen Shurikens. Oh, and we can never forget the sexy jutsu.
Could he spawn in more than one server, gosh dang it?
Like Karin, he can use his chakra to heal people and even restore missing organs, and best of all, people don't need to bite him to get healed. So
It's
that's it for
facts.
Naruto
Oh
in this
my
one.
God.
Remember that you can check out the 7 Hokage and their powers explained video for a more
The
detailed
Uzumaki
breakdown.
clan,
Next, let's
they're
look at Uzumaki number
overpowered.
9, Boruto Uzumaki.
They're
And
like
this
a
is-
Uchiha. They're like a Uchiha clan without
Interesting
a
because Naruto's family
dojutsu.
is pretty much the remaining
Wait,
Uzumaki
and-
clan. So even though the Byakugan was not initially characteristic of the Uzumaki clan, but of the Hyuga
There's a
clan,
guy
from
in
now on the
Uzumaki that
Uzumaki
has
clan
the
descendants
Rinnegan.
will have the
Yeah,
Byakugan in
it's-
their
it's
blood. So you
Nagato.
can say that now it is a characteristic of the clan.
Nagato,
Just something
the
that
guy
I thought
who's
was pretty
Pain.
interesting. Boruto
Let's
is
just
a
say Pain.
prodigy and clearly has good
Yeah,
genes.
Pain.
His father is the
I'll
strongest
keep it
shinobi
confused.
and a descendant of the famous Uzumaki clan.
Did
and
you
son
know
of the
Lady
fourth
Tsunade
Hokage,
is
while his
actually
mother is a
Kushina's,
member of
cousin?
the famous Hyuga clan. More on her later.
Really?
In the anime,
Yeah,
during
because
the
since
Genin
Lady
exam,
Tsunade's
Kashi suggested that
grandmother
Boruto was not only
was
exceptional
an
compared to his class
Uzumaki,
members, he was also at a true
that makes
level. According to
Kushina her
Kakashi,
cousin.
Boruto excels in all areas. Like his father, Boruto has large chakra reserves and good chakra control, being able to perform one-handed seals. He's said to have the potential for senjutsu, meaning he could enter sage mode down the line. Like Naruto, he likes using shadow clones, the Rasengan with his own vanishing spin on it,
Yep,
and
I
can
give
even
up. This is
perform
my
the much
50th
feared
time
sexy jutsu. Rather than
switching
wanting to be
servers.
like his Hokage father, Boruto chose Sasuke as his mentor. And so it makes sense that he can summon the giant snake Garaga rather than a toad. With some help from Sasuke,
My left.
Boruto became
No, I'm not
quite
gonna give
skilled
up.
in shuriken
We're just
jutsu,
never
aka
give
the
up.
art of throwing kunai shuriken and other projectiles.
When your last name begins with the letter W, you get used to being at the end of the line. In the special elections, names on the ballot are listed in alphabetical order, so you have to look down there to find
get
Warnock.
sad.
I may be near the end of the ballot, but I'll always put Georgia first.
Forms and surveys like this get responses like that. But with Typeform, your questions just
He can even coat his shuriken in lightning. Speaking of lightning, Boruto's natural affinity is lightning release, but he can also use wind release and water release. Then there's Boruto's own OP twist, his Kama or Karma in the Viz translation. I'll be using Karma for the purposes of this video. His Karma is a backup of Momoshiki Otsutsuki, and it allows Boruto to access Otsutsuki powers. The Otsutsuki are presented as godlike in the Naruto world. The Otsutsuki clan is the strongest clan, so this potentially gives Boruto the possibility of eventually even surpassing Naruto. When activated, the Karma mark gives Boruto a significant boost across the board and lets him absorb ninjutsu. With another Karma user, he can even create a dimensional portal. When pushed, the will of Momoshiki can take control of Boruto, kind of like how the Nine Tails would take control of Naruto in the past. In chapter 43 of the manga, this form lets Boruto fly, unleash massive Rasengans, and more. It allows him to straight up flex on the powerful Boro. Then there's Boruto's special eye, the Jogan, meaning pure eye in Japanese. Its power is associated with the strongest of clans, the Otsutsuki. It will probably continue to evolve and perform new abilities, but for now it can see the flow of chakra, track people based on their chakra, allow one to see a person's chakra pathway system, and like the Byakugan identify its key points, and predict where Yomotsu Hirasaka, aka the original space-time ninjutsu used by the Otsutsuki clan, will be used. And it makes sense that an Otsutsuki dojutsu, aka eye power, can predict an Otsutsuki space-time ninjutsu. I spent more time here on Boruto than I expected to, but between the manga and anime there is a lot of interesting things to discuss about him, but now I'm ready to move on to Uzumaki number 10,
Yeah, we're
Himawari
just spawning
Uzumaki,
next,
the
guys.
daughter of Naruto and
We're
Hinata
just
and the little
vibing in
sister
here.
of
I'm not
Boruto.
even,
She
like-
is 2 years younger than Boruto, making her 10
Actually,
years old during
for
the
now-
Boruto movie.
wait, when's the next
Himawari
thing
has
spawn?
clearly got a lot of potential since she awakened the Byakugan at a very young age. When she did
We
so,
got
she scared
5
Boruto, who claimed that she was super
No
strong all of a
response?
sudden. It's a moment of comedic relief, but she ends up
After
punching Naruto in the
everything
gut
is
so
done
hard
spawning
that
for a
even
while, we're
Kurama
gonna
feels
watch
it.
some
At 10 years
YouTube.
old,
I'm
she
gonna put
learns
some
to activate
YouTube
the
on the thing
Byakugan
so we
at
can all
will.
watch
Like other
them.
Byakugan users, when it's activated,
Benjamin
Himawari
Ross
can
Ting is
potentially gain
about
access
sponsor.
to an almost 360
That
degree
already
field of
spawned
vision,
early.
see across great distances and even through
was
solid
gonna spawn
surfaces,
again.
and
Oh,
as
yeah,
I
yeah,
mentioned
yeah,
with the
it did
Jogan,
spawn
perceive
And then,
people's chakra pathways
now
and
it calls
potentially
it
close off their
Rasengan.
chakra points. In one of the Itachi novels, a
else?
Byakugan user could split chakra-based jutsu and remain completely unharmed. The Byakugan also lets the user see if
Then-
genjutsu is being performed
so
on
let me
others.
put a schedule.
I remember personally thinking during the early Naruto days that the Byakugan was even cooler than the
Now my
Sharingan,
cost of
and I hope
Sengun
we
spawn
keep
in
learning
5
new
minutes.
information about it in Boruto. In
Then
addition to the
Sengun
Byakugan,
spawn
Himawari can hit a bullseye
after
with ease,
then
proving that
Sengun
she's already
Sengun.
skilled at
Then
shooting
the
genjutsu,
last one
and her natural
is
chakra control,
Shakugan.
unlike Kid Naruto's, is impressive enough that
Hey,
she can
you have,
already temporarily
Namikaze
stick to vertical
Rasengan?
surfaces by focusing
me
chakra
check.
into her feet, while her peers
That
fell
is gonna
immediately
spawn
when they
in, like,
tried.
5 more
She
minutes.
clearly has immense potential. We just gotta hope that she becomes a ninja rather than a flower shop owner or something else
think I
non-ninja
do.
related. I'd love to see her kicking butt alongside Boruto.
Oh, can you
in the
help me get
future.
it?
Uzumaki number 11
Who, me?
was not born
Yeah.
into the Uzumaki clan,
Or
but
the
married
other-
into it. Of course, I'm referring to Hinata Hyuga, the best girl
Talking
in
about
Naruto.
you, okay.
Hinata
Oh, I
used to
already
be
have it.
regarded as a
Isn't that
failure by her
one,
clan. The
that
OGs
one that
will
makes you
remember her
teleport?
fight against Neji,
Yeah.
where he told her
Oh, I
that a
already
weak
have it.
personality won't
Level
become
250.
strong. A failure is always a failure, and
Can you
all
help me
that
get it?
negativity.
What do I get?
Hinata lost, but fought
do I get?
bravely, showing she wasn't a weak person who would give
I'm
up or
broke,
run
boy.
from a fight. In one of the series'
I
most
tried to
crucial
help you
moments,
get-
she was even ready to
I
die
tried
at
to help
Pain's
you get
hands
it.
for Naruto's sake.
like
One thing's for
that.
sure, she definitely proved
joking,
Neji
I
wrong.
might get it.
With her
What
Byakugan,
chance is
Hinata
it?
can see a person's chakra pathway
check.
system and the 361 Tenketsu, which are
chances
nodes no larger than the prick of a pin.
Well,
Using
okay.
Gentle Fist style,
Oh,
Hinata can
well,
hit these nodes and inject her own chakra
bad.
into her opponent in order
when
to
I was
halt the flow
16.
of that person's chakra or enhance it, controlling it any way she wishes.
How y'all doing?
David
I
Perdue
would
was
do it,
exonerated.
sure, why not?
Ethics officials said he followed the rules.
You may get it or
No
you
wonder fact checkers said
One
John
does love
Ossoff's
to
ad is
find
false.
exactly.
Ossoff's covering up his own
Let's
shady
see.
deals. His
Spot-
own filings
spawns
show
at
he hid
520.
cash from Chinese communists and terrorist sympathizers.
It's
Liberals
1 out
are
of
spending
40,
big
so
on
good luck.
because he backs their agenda.
Not that bad.
Government-run
Think
healthcare.
about it.
Higher
Oh yeah,
taxes.
Payne, let me tell you my
John
luck.
Ossoff still lying.
I think
Still,
we got
Senator
Ross
Peter
saying
Fund is
Surgeon.
responsible for the
Wait,
government
not
advertising.
saying Surgeon. Chaka, Chaka Blade, or Chaka kind, yeah, Chaka Blade and
Through this fighting style,
Tosei spawned the
Hinata
same
can cause
server.
severe damage to any
Oh,
internal
sure.
organs located
Oh,
near
yeah.
the attack chakra points. Even though she started off as a screw-up, by adulthood
Ooh,
she
should
was
I
highly
find some
regarded for
codes?
her
Let me see
mastery
if
of
I
the
can find
gentle
any
fist
codes.
fighting style.
There's a new
Thus,
code.
all the
Let me
things I
give it
already
to you.
mentioned about the Byakugan
No,
when I
I'm
spoke of
doing it by
Himawari
myself.
applies even more so to Hinata, who's an
And I'll type
expert,
it in
whereas
the
her
chat
daughter
for
is still a
you
novice
for-
comparatively
for,
speaking.
stream.
Ninjutsu is
No,
not
be like,
Hinata's main focus, but she can use fire and lightning release. Now things get really interesting. Just like Naruto and Sasuke got some chakra
I
from
need the
Hagoromo
codes,
Otsutsuki, Hinata got some chakra from the Sage of Six Paths' younger
One of the
brother,
actually
Hamura
exploits you can do
Otsutsuki,
in this
the
game
ancestor
is
of the
make the
Hyuga
audio
clan.
grind.
As a result, she got a significant power up and her chakra
Isn't that
changed from
crazy?
blue to purple.
Yeah, I don't believe
Hamura
how
even
they
recognized
patched that
Hinata
yet.
as the Byakugan princess, which is a pretty perfect name for the best girl.
Yo.
With this chakra upgrade, she can replenish Naruto's insane chakra reserves
this
in
idea up.
moments,
Let me wait
and she
until
doesn't
the
even
last
look
two
drained
minutes.
afterwards. In contrast, Sakura took 3 days to do the same, and she was bedridden afterwards. Hinata can also see 20 kilometers in any direction with her Byakugan. In contrast, we've only seen Neji, who was previously referred to as the most talented Hyuga, use his Byakugan to see as far as 800 meters. So Hinata can potentially see 25 times further than the talented Neji, which is insane to think about. At the end of the day, Hinata went from being a failure in the eyes of her clan to becoming the strongest
let me go back
Hyuga,
to YouTube and
significantly
check out
surpassing even Neji. She's more of a mom than a fighter these days, but don't let that fool you. She is the perfect wife for Naruto, the strongest shinobi in history. Not only are they both strong, they both proved Kid Neji wrong by showing that even screw-ups can change and even become the best. Finally, Uzumaki number 12 is a movie-only character called Menma Uzumaki. He is pretty much emo Naruto from a fake genjutsu created world where Minato and Kushina never died. Toby created this fake world and set Naruto and Sakura in it by using a kind of infinite Tsukuyomi prototype called the Limited Tsukuyomi. Unlike Naruto, Menma is a bad guy and S-ranked prototype fake world and set Naruto and Sakura in it by using a kind of infinite Tsukuyomi prototype
Alright, I
called
have
the
to get
Limited
this.
Tsukuyomi. Unlike
literally
Naruto, Menma is a
know
bad guy and S-ranked
it's launched.
criminal. He's like the Venom to Naruto's Spider-Man. Thus, it makes sense that Menma has similar powers to Naruto. He's a Jinchuriki of the Black Ninetales. He can unleash the giant
Infinity,
Ninetales
I
like a
got a
summon.
30,
He's also able
code.
to
I have
create
a
9
30
powerful
spin
masked
code.
beasts using the Ninetales chakra. He has a sort of dark Rasengan called Spiraling
I'm gonna
Ring.
type it in
He can
your,
use a more powerful version of this
stream
technique
right
to
now.
cause a giant bomb-like explosion that completely devastates the Hidden Leaf village. Plus, he needs no clones to use this move. He can also fly around freely, and when Toby takes over his body, he gains the Sharingan and the ability to use Kamui, which lets him become intangible and use teleportation. Naruto still beats Menma because it's his movie and a Genjutsu
Well, I'm gonna
world,
start
but it was
spinning-
interesting to see an Uzumaki and Nine-Tails Jinchuriki with a Sharingan.
Pain.
Overall, I did enjoy the Road to Ninja Naruto movie, where Emo Naruto made his debut. Overall, I did see an Uzumaki and Nine-Tails Jinchuriki with a Sharingan. Overall,
Pain.
This world shall know pain. Almighty push.
You know what I said?
No?
Look in the chat. I sent you a 30 spin code.
A 30 spin code? Wow, just for me? I'm not using it at all. I'm gonna save up. I could have saved my spins. There's no 30 spins code. That code is it Trust in God?
Yeah.
That came out yesterday. Oh my god, bro. The card came out yesterday.
I'm sorry, man. Sorry for making you feel bad or I don't.
You should be. It's a darn shame.
What?
Yo, Pain.
I'm
It's spawned.
spinning,
Now it
so
comes in on
pop
finger.
off.
Ugh,
Spinning?
Yeah.
my back feels so
Yo,
good.
finish your way.
I have 40
feels
spins
good,
right
guys.
now, so hop off.
Pop, save your spins.
I'm
No,
popping
I'm not
off.
hopping. Hop off.
I did enjoy the Road to Ninja Naruto movie, where Emo Naruto made his debut. And that is it for this one.
By the
I
time
hope
you
you
finish
enjoyed it. These
spinning,
videos do take a
it's
bunch of
gonna
work,
be
but I
fine.
made this one because it
I
was
need-
heavily
I need some
requested,
more good
and
stuff.
Uchiha video
See,
got
I've been
4,000
saying-
likes.
That's how you ain't gonna get anything good.
I don't
Coddle the
care.
communists. Sign
Hop off.
Now, Joe Biden is president.
He will raise
Come
taxes
away.
on the middle class,
Ask him
and his
Kennedy,
liberal
he's a
agenda will
Kennedy
cost
man,
millions of
he's a
jobs. Because he's a career politician too weak to rebuild our nation.
Today's tip
Imagine
for an
like
incredible
this,
Walt Disney World resort
because I
visit.
have to-
Be super. Make
Imagine-
a theme park reservation.
If
In
I
order
don't
to limit
force
capacity.
us,
What up, Space
the
Fam?
other
Goes in
people.
here from Anime Uproar, and today I'm going to be doing a
And
video I've been planning
I
for a
got-
while. A video talking about every Hokage and their powers. I've been a Naruto fan since
I got
elementary school, so I'm psyched to finally be making a video fully dedicated to Naruto. Although I did mention Naruto in other videos like the best geniuses in anime, link in the description. If you want to keep seeing Naruto videos in the future, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video. Seeing Naruto videos in the future, the best thing you can do is smash that like
knows
button
the
and share
cutest
this
girl in
video with
Naruto?
fellow
Oh my God.
Naruto fans. Let's try to get something
Inacho?
cool like 4,000
I said
likes on
Eno.
this video, and I'll get started on the next
Eno,
Naruto video
ooh.
ASAP. If you haven't, be sure to subscribe and
She's
this
a
is
whore.
crucial, ring that notification bell or you will miss future videos. Keep in mind there will obviously be Naruto spoilers if you haven't watched the series yet.
I mean,
Now
like,
without
none of
further
that
ado,
matters.
let's jump into
In the
it.
end.
If you somehow don't know, the Hokage or Fire
No, that
Shadow is
actually
the
gets
leader of the
sent?
Hidden Leaf
Oh,
Village. He or she
pretty
represents
sure
the
she has
village and
eight-
protects
I'm
the
pretty sure
land
she
of
had
fire from the
STDs
shadows, aka
for
from
AIDS.
possible threats. Throughout the series, becoming Hokage has been Naruto's goal, and by
Same as
extension, the
Chad.
goal of every Naruto fan.
Well, I'm
So obviously when the
collecting all
elementary
the,
school teacher asked us
all
what
I
we
need is
wanted to
spawn,
be
and I
when we
got all
grow
the
up,
basic
we said
stuff.
Hokage. Believe it. This is the most
Believe
iconic
it.
position in Naruto, and probably
Believe
one of the
it.
most iconic positions in all of anime. And that's
You
one of
can
the things that
Namikaze
makes this topic so
on
interesting.
spawn.
There have been 7 Hokage
Well,
thus
I'm
far, and it makes sense to
ready.
start with the first, Hashirama Senju.
Hashirama.
Hashirama
Don't you
Senju was a member of the
I'm not
legendary
gonna-
Senju clan and was
Helper,
referred to as the
brother,
god of
like, hop
Shinobi.
off.
Titles don't get much more epic than that.
Hashirama.
He formed the Hidden Leaf Village with his childhood friend and rival Madara
got
and the
ice,
rest of the
yes,
Uchiha
sir.
clan.
Ice is the
Hashirama
best
actually
thing
wanted
ever.
Madara to be the first Hokage, but the
He's
people
saying
chose him.
something that
Hashirama
people
was
get
considered to be the
24/7
strongest shinobi of his
is
era,
good.
even stronger
Yes,
than his legendary
because
rival
people-
Madara. A master of the OP
You saying the
Sharingan
chance
and
is
the
taking
controller
in
of
the
Nine-Tailed
game.
Fox.
That literally have to
Hashirama
get
is so
buffed.
associated with
And it still ain't good.
overpoweredness that sanguinary character as Hashirama sells
Ice
has
is the
become
best
synonymous
one.
with saying
I'm
they're
just
OP.
on
As we'd expect, the first
My last
Hokage
spin.
had
Give
amazing
me
stamina,
something good,
healing,
or I'm gonna
and
smack
strength.
someone.
We can't go over every technique in this
Bruh,
video,
give
but
me the
let's
worst
look at some
things, give me
highlights. We know that
Crystal
he's
and
known for
Scorch.
wood release, aka wood style moves, a nature transformation Keke
Come on,
Genkai,
Nancy.
which
Okay.
combines earth and
Nancy,
water.
man.
In
Yeah,
his
you-
Sage
Bro, this
mode,
game
he
is
could
trash.
use the
This
attack
game
Sage Art
is gay.
Wood Release through several thousand hands to stop a nine-tailed
Where is
fox
this,
and
honestly?
Susanoo combination. One of the most OP
do have
combinations in
Mario
the
Reside,
series.
bruh. What do
His
you
will is strong
mean?
enough to be able to
It does
easily
say-
undo the
It doesn't
binding
mean
of
that it's-
Orochimaru's perfected
doesn't mean that
Impure
it's
World
tomorrow.
Reincarnation Jutsu. Orochimaru
Huh?
singles him out as being on a
Say
different level
Namikaze.
even
What's
among
it?
the Hokage. He could
Why
fight
does Ice
24-hour
coming
battles
out
and
tomorrow?
keep going,
Even
which
look at
reminds me
the-
of One Piece where some
I
fights can
promise
straight
you
up
it'll
last
come
for
out.
days. Although
But
Hashirama
it also
often
doesn't
uses a
keep on
combination
If
of
it does,
earth and water release,
I'll help
he
when
can
you guys
actually
get
use
anything
all
you want.
5 basic nature transformations, including fire, lightning,
But you know what
and wind,
time is-
before
when
you
it's
would
time
even
it
know what
starts?
hit you.
Okay, I have to be
Tobirama
more
also
specific.
invented the Shadow Clone Jutsu,
Then,
one of
yeah.
Naruto's
No, if
favorite
it comes
moves.
out tomorrow,
Tobirama
then
can
I'll-
sense exactly how many people are around and
Then,
their strength
if
by
it
placing
doesn't,
his fingers on the
I
ground.
have to
He can
get
sense
anything you
chakra
want.
from
Only
far
one
away and
thing.
even identify whose chakra it is. Like Hashirama, he
Ew.
could use all 5 basic nature transformations and
I
yin and
already
yang
know
release, but he was
this is my
specifically
part of
known
this.
for his
You know it's
water
not gonna come
release.
out.
Being a water bender of the highest class, he could use water to cut, form sharp needles, perfect for hitting vital points,
Thank
form
you,
dragons
help
made
me.
of
I'm
water,
literally getting
create walls for
nothing
the
out
I'm
of
fence,
pumping
and much
also.
more.
My name
There
is
doesn't
not
even need to
Steve.
be a body of water present for him
Her.
to aquaflex on his opponents.
her? My
The
name is
genius
not her.
Tobirama created the space-time ninjutsu
Bro, you
Flying
play
Thunder
too
God
much.
technique
Nah,
as
you
well,
play
which
too
let him
much.
teleport to any place he marked. This allows him to teleport
Let's
other
put-
people or things along with
I
himself,
didn't
but
hear
that
that.
takes extra
Yeah,
chakra. A
hop
cool
on,
detail
man.
is
You
that
don't
Flying
know
Thunder God technique users can work together like Tobirama and Minato
I
did
feel
and use one another's teleportation locations. Tobirama was clearly the Einstein of ninja techniques, as he also invented the impure world reincarnation.
literally tried
of
every
ninjutsu.
server in this
He used
game.
it in combination with
And-
another
and
creative
Elise, give
technique
me it.
called
Just
mutually
Elise.
multiplying explosive tags, which allows the immortal reincarnated body to become a
Hey,
medium
yo!
for a continuous
What?
chain of
No,
consecutive
I'm
and
not
multiplying
Nah,
explosions.
I'm finna do
Another
this, bro. I'm
interesting
finna
thing
get
about
some custom
Tobirama
eyes.
is that he was big
se-
on strategy. Even
the
though
second
he was strong,
Hokage,
he
I
wasn't
think,
above
was-
sneak
he
attacks
was a
or
god,
catching an
basically.
opponent off guard. He would do
Which
what it
one?
took to
There's
win,
a whole
even if
bunch
it
of
wasn't
Hokage.
pretty.
I
And
said
even though he wasn't as
second
strong
one,
as
bro.
Hashirama, what I really
Nah,
like
he
about
sus,
this series
bruh.
is that Tobirama
Okay, buddy.
still comes off
Okay,
as an epic
buddy.
character with his
You
own
realize
style,
he-
which included
The
speed,
best
technique,
Hokage.
creation, intelligence.
You realize
and
he made up
next we have
almost
the third
every
Hokage
ninjutsu
and
there is,
student
right?
of the second,
The
Hiruzen
best Hokage
Sarutobi,
is
the
the
old
first.
man that's actually
Okay,
Hokage when
buddy.
the series
Okay,
starts.
buddy.
As with
I'm
the first
joking,
Hokage,
I'm
the
joking, I
third
know
was
he's
also
a-
referred to
I'm
as a
joking.
god of Shinobi. Unlike
I
the
mean, like,
previous
he's one of the
generation, who were
best. He's
part of
definitely one of
creating
the best, like,
Hidden
one of the
Village,
top 3
Sarutobi grew
or
up in
4.
it. His childhood
Tsunade is the
rival was
worst
Gon,
Hokage.
who ended up becoming one of the most
Third
hated
best
characters in
Hokage.
Naruto.
Let's
Even more
Tsunade
hated
was
than
the
Sakura.
worst
When
Hokage.
Sarutobi was still young,
All she did was
his
sit in her
squad, led
office
by
all
the
the
second
time
Hokage was cornered.
and drink.
Someone
Hey,
had
but
to
I
be
think
the
Naruto came in
decoy
with that
and
clutch
sacrifice
when
themselves to
Naruto
save the
versus
others,
King.
and Sarutobi
Yeah.
offered
Bro,
to
I
do
got
it, since
it.
he was the strongest of
You got
Tobirama's
what?
followers.
I got
Tobirama
no
ended
kissing
up
on
doing it
Sengon.
himself, but we
No
must pause and
way.
respect
You're
the
lying.
level of Sarutobi's
No,
bravery,
I'm not capping.
even as a younger
See?
ninja. Before
I
Tobirama
can show
left,
you.
he said that
Now you're lying.
Sarutobi would
Shut
be
up.
the third Hokage. He himself had 3 famous disciples, Tsunade,
Why you
Orochimaru,
lying,
and
bruh?
Jiraiya.
Stop
As
lying.
Hokage, Sarutobi
You
was
could
not
even
only
see
the
it.
most powerful
Who's
shinobi in the
see?
village, but also the strongest Kage. And Sarutobi offered to do it, since he
I
was the
wanna
strongest of
know all
Tobirama's
day
followers.
hunger with you,
Tobirama
say.
ended up doing it himself, but we must pause and
Hey,
respect
look
the
at
level
it.
of Sarutobi's bravery,
Look at it.
even
Look
as a younger
straight
ninja.
into the eyes.
Nah,
Before
you-
Tobirama
you
left, he
photoshopped
said that
that, you
Sarutobi
photoshopped
would be
How
the
can
third
Photoshop this?
Hokage. He
It's just
himself
a
had
website.
3 famous disciples, Tsunade, Orochimaru, and Jiraiya.
Enough
As
money to buy
Hokage,
it, I think.
Sarutobi was not only the most powerful
Nah,
shinobi in
you
the village,
photoshopped
but
that,
also the
bro.
strongest Kage.
How do I
Iruka Sensei
Photoshop
referred to
this?
Sarutobi as the strongest of all,
Whatever
and
you
said
say,
he
you
was
told
called
us
the
something.
Professor because he was such a genius.
Are you
In
just
fact,
triggered?
Orochimaru said that Sarutobi
nigger.
knew how to use all
I
of the
already tried
jutsu
it.
that exists in the
Stop
Hidden
being
Leaf
triggered.
village, which is
You can
insane.
hop
When
off, I already
Iruka-sensei
had-
referred to him as the strongest of all, he was referring to Sarutobi in his prime, which is probably why he used the
No
past
way.
tense
Is
even
it
though the
equal?
third Hokage was present. As
You
in
brought
One
the
Piece,
hidden
old
leaf?
age leads
Nah,
to
I
a
brought
decline
the
in
hidden
power in
disc,
this
bro. What do
series,
you
and the
mean?
Hokage is already in his late 60s when the story begins.
Wait, what's better?
Against Orochimaru,
Is it
Sarutobi lost lost, or at best got a tie, but Orochimaru admitted that Sarutobi would have been able to kill him 10 years earlier, so when he was about 59. Still, even at 69, Sarutobi is smart enough to realize that even if he doesn't have the strength to pull out Orochimaru's whole soul, he can at least take his arms so that the Snake Man can't use jutsu and keep fighting. This dude at the age of 69 sacrificed himself and found a clever way to save the village he loved so much. You gotta respect that. It was said that Sarutobi had a lot of chakra before, but it reduced in old age to the point where it was dangerous for him to split his chakra with more than 2 shadow clones. Luckily, he was amazing at chakra control, so he could make the most of his low chakra reserves in old age. Sarutobi didn't just master jutsus, he also helped to advance them, and he could quickly break down a jutsu he saw for the first time and figure out what made it tick. Like the first 2 Hokage, Sarutobi could use all 5 basic nature transformations along with yin and yang release. He could release streams of fire, rock, water, wind, and lightning with no problem. It feels like every famous anime has a character associated with monkeys. In Dragon Ball Z, it's Goku, and in One Piece, it's Monkey D. Luffy. In Naruto, it's Sarutobi, who could summon the Monkey King, Enma. Enma could transform into a staff that was Sarutobi's weapon of choice.
Please join me in supporting Raphael Warnock for Senate. He's a man of great moral integrity, a leader in the truest sense of the word. You don't find a lot of people in Washington like Reverend Warnock, and that's exactly why we got to get him there.
Alright, let me look up.
With Facebook Shop, connecting people with your business just got easier.
You can bridge the gap between an
although it was a bit too heavy for him in his old age. The staff was hard as diamond and could extend. And of course I have to mention Dead Demon Consuming Seal, a sealing technique that even Orochimaru didn't know about. The technique summons a Shinigami, and in exchange for your life, you can seal away an opponent, or at least part of an opponent. It seems you could even escape the whole sacrificing your life inconvenience if you use a shadow clone to perform the technique, which is how Sarutobi stopped the first and second Hokage after they were brought back the first time by Orochimaru. Next up we have the 4th Hokage, Minato Namikaze. He's Naruto's father and kind of made the whole Naruto as an underdog orphan narrative change into Naruto is the chosen one with OP parents narrative. Minato took over for Sarutobi for a while until he sacrificed his life to save the village by sealing a part of the Nine-Tailed Fox into his son Naruto. He was called Konoha's Yellow Flash because of his remarkable speed. He was actually part of Jiraiya's team when he was younger, giving Jiraiya a sort of grandpa-grandson relationship with Naruto. Jiraiya said that Minato was a rare genius, the kind of genius you don't see often. Kage admitted that Minato was faster than him, and that a finer shinobi than Minato never lived. When the threat of Orochimaru loomed over Konoha, it was suggested that Minato could have stopped him if he was only still alive. He really made use of the second Hokage's teleportation jutsu. In fact, the second Hokage mentioned that Minato's teleportation is even better than his. He used it on himself, and he even had enough chakra to teleport the tailed beast. He was also able to summon Gamabunta, like Naruto after him. Also like Naruto, Minato was known for using the Rasengan. He actually spent 3 years developing it after he observed a tailed beast ball. Unlike the previous 3 Hokage mentioned, Minato could not flex with all 5 nature transformations, but he could use fire, wind, and lightning along with yin and yang release. Before he died, Minato became the Jinchuriki of the yin part of the Nine-Tailed Fox. After his reincarnation, he actually uses Nine-Tails Chakra mode, which further strengthens all of his attacks. Lets him fire Biju balls, aka tailed beast balls, and more. Although he could also use Sage mode, he's admitted that it takes him too long to build up chakra for it, so it's not super practical. And unlike Naruto, the dude was very intelligent and had the highest scores in Academy history. All of this definitely makes a solid contender for my favorite Hokage. As we discussed, the 3rd Hokage went out of retirement when the 4th sacrificed himself to save the village. After that, the 5th Hokage was the first female Hokage, Tsunade. She's a descendant of the Senju clan, the clan that the first 2 Hokage came from, and she was also related to the Uzumaki clan. She was one of the legendary 3 along with Jiraiya and Orochimaru, who were trained by the 3rd Hokage. She was considered the strongest female ninja and the greatest medical ninja. Tsunade's life force and healing powers are so strong that she could survive being split in half. She could help fight against Madara for hours upon hours. She's a great fighter, and she's usually healing people on the side too. Like her ancestors, Tsunade had amazing reserves of chakra, and she even has great chakra control. Furthermore, she can store chakra into the seal in her forehead. When released, she can supposedly access 100 times the chakra she usually has access to. Her physical strength is off the charts, and she even managed to break through the Susanoo with enough hits. Beyond that, she managed to break 6 of Jiraiya's ribs, his arms, and to rupture his organs. Instead of a toad, the developed Tsunade can summon a giant slug named Katsuya.
Yeah.
Katsuya can split up into smaller pieces in order to move, protect, and heal people.
Change my eyes when I unlock it.
Huh?
So I'm trying to unlock this customized thing for my Susanoo or my character. Actually, never.
Sort of.
I'm just gonna look by myself.
Tsunade can connect to Katsuya and thus heal people
Why do so
remotely
many
with her
people
dried
have it?
reserves of chakra. Tsunade can use 4 nature transformations, including lightning, earth, fire, and water, as well as yang, and according to the anime, yin release. One of the most interesting things about Tsunade is that she's 50 but uses a transformation technique to maintain the appearance of a woman in her 20s. Like Jewelry Bonnie from One Piece, Tsunade can change her age to trick people, especially when she needs to escape from
Vanishing
danger.
Rasengan has
Her
spawned.
transformation will remain until she completely runs out of chakra, then she will revert to her actual age. Tsunade was the medical ninja who managed to fix Rock Lee, who might have never been able to be a ninja again if not for that difficult operation. And Orochimaru knew that she could heal his arms if anyone could. Tsunade also invented the ultimate regeneration technique called Creation Rebirth, which releases so much chakra that her wounds heal right as they happen. The normal healing process is insanely accelerated to the point where it's as if the damage didn't even happen.
Vanishing Rasengan.
Next up, we have the 6th Hokage, the very popular
I swear to God,
Kakashi
it's
of
in
the
my server, look at my
Sharingan,
show.
which is ironic because he doesn't
Yeah, it
actually
is.
have a Sharingan as the
so lucky.
Hokage.
I'm not
Kakashi
even
is from the
looking- I'm not
Hatake
even
clan
sure
rather
how
than the
to put
Uchiha clan. He had a Sharingan because he got it from his
just
childhood
looking
friend
on
Obito.
YouTube.
We all know Kakashi as the cool leader of Team 7 who loves to read Jiraiya's novels. Kakashi was a prodigy before he
Force of
ever
Death.
got his Sharingan Eye.
Oh,
He
you
was
gotta
promoted to a
hurry
Jonin,
up.
the level right before Hokage at around 12 years old. To put this in perspective, Naruto's already like 13 during the Chunin exams. Even before he became Hokage, Tsunade was saying that if anything happened to her, there's Kakashi to fill the role. His abilities were that obvious even then. When fighting him, Pain immediately
Hey, I have
realizes
enough
how
time.
much of a
What do you
pain
mean?
Kakashi is and wants to defeat him immediately
Imagine if I
because
get
he
on
can
my first
plainly
shot.
see that he's a
I
threat.
got it, yes,
Kakashi is
sir.
great at many things.
Hey,
For
yo,
instance,
help
Naruto said
me!
after the time
Why
skip
y'all
that
getting
Kakashi
it?
was
Not
smart in
me.
You got
Shikamaru,
it for
had
the
a keener
first try,
sense of
bro.
smell than
Let's go.
Kiba,
Oh my
was more adept
God!
at the Sharingan than
Bro!
Sasuke, and had
Hey,
greater
come where that, and I'll help
taijutsu
you
than
come where
Rock
it's at.
Lee. Kakashi is
Isn't,
already a legend at the
Hokage-
beginning
isn't
of
the
Naruto,
mansion
known as the copy
inside the
ninja who's
mansion?
copied over 1,000
It's
different
inside the
techniques.
mansion. It's
Thus,
not
you
at the
can bet
top.
his
How the
knowledge
heck
of
do I get
ninjutsu
inside?
is on point. Rather than summoning a toad
Bro,
or
you
a
gonna make
slug,
it
he can summon up to 8
despawn.
ninja
How the heck
dogs.
do I
Yet
get
another way he
inside?
fights
No,
is
this
with
one-
Kiba.
I
These
swear I
dogs
won't
can
take it. I
talk,
swear I won't
walk
take it.
on
No, where
water,
the heck
dig
do I get
underground,
inside?
sniff
No.
out
You
an
go
enemy, pull them,
inside.
attack
You
them,
go
and
into
more.
Forest
They're
Death,
very versatile.
and then you go
Kakashi
inside the
can
house,
use all 5
and then
nature
there'll be a white thing
transformations
inside.
along with yin and yang
Near
release.
it,
The
and then
dude
you
can
go
create
into it,
water
and then
dragons,
it's at the
launch
left, at the
fireballs, and
back.
travel underground, but he is perhaps best
Oh, there.
known for his
Thank
lightning
you.
release. He can use
Well, you
Chile,
gonna
cut
help me?
lightning, produce lightning
Chill,
clones that
let me
paralyze
go
opponents
grab
when
it.
touched,
Now
and
where the
so
heck is
on.
it?
He can no longer use
I
his
don't know where it's
S-ranked
at,
lightning cutter technique safely when he loses his Sharingan, so he replaces it with a less powerful
gonna
but
be spawned on
versatile
me, and
purple
I'm not
lightning
gonna get
technique.
it.
Another interesting piece of info is that the
let
Sharingan could
me
not
get
be
it.
turned off by Kakashi
Is it
and
behind
quickly
the hand?
depleted his chakra reserves because he
No,
wasn't an
it's
Uchiha.
not. Let me
That's
get it.
actually why he kept his eye
No, let me
covered
get it.
back in
What
the
the- I
Sharingan
found- oh, there
days.
it is.
Without the
Thank
powerful
you.
Sharingan,
Let me
he
get it.
does have more chakra reserves to make use of, so it's not all bad news. When he still
I
had
got it. I
Obito's
really hope- let me help you,
Sharingan,
let me
it had
help you.
awakened into the Mangekyo
I better
Sharingan,
hurry.
and this one allowed him
I'm
to
looking
use
right
Kamu.
now,
He
calm
could
down.
warp objects
I
and
let you hear your
people into
keyboard,
another
chill.
dimension, and he eventually learned how to use it on himself.
Hey, yo,
When Obito
Trevor.
temporarily gave him access to both of his
You have
Mangekyo
7 more
Sharingans,
minutes.
Kakashi could also allow things to just phase through his body, and he could even use Susanoo. Although Kakashi of the Sharingan was dope AF, Kakashi is great because he
God,
was
please.
always so much more than a
I can get
Sharingan
it.
user. As mentioned, he's more intelligent than Shikamaru, a trait that is invaluable in a fight, and his own skills got him promoted to a Jonin in record time. The Sharingan was just a very epic cherry on top of the cake. And finally, we have the 7th Hokage, the titular character himself, Naruto Uzumaki. Once an outcast of the Hidden Leaf Village, he turned hero of the Hidden Leaf Village, and arguably became the strongest Kage ever. He really started from the bottom in some ways. He failed to graduate from the Ninja Academy 3 times, making him below average in the beginning. However, he's come a long way, and he obviously had his fair share of advantages. If it was all about hard work being enough, then you'd see someone like Rock Lee become Hokage. Naruto had OP parents, including the 4th Hokage, the 9-tailed fox powers, and he was straight up the chosen one. Still though, if it wasn't for his hard work and bravery, he may not have ever made anything out of those advantages, and you have to respect him for that. I remember him defeating Kiba and Neji, and then working up to stronger and stronger opponents until he straight up saved the world. It's truly been a crazy ride for a loudmouth protagonist. In regards to Chakra Reserve, Naruto has a lot to work with. Back in chapter 315, Kakashi said that Naruto had 4 times more chakra than him, and it would be 100 times more if Yamato wasn't suppressing the 9-tails chakra. That in itself is insane to think about. As we know, some of Naruto's famous techniques include shadow clones, the Rasengan, and just going ham with the power of the 9-tailed fox. In the fight between Naruto and Sasuke, where Sasuke admitted defeat, Naruto lost an arm along with Sasuke. It was replaced with the help of Hashirama cells, of course, and after some modifications, the new arm can even absorb techniques. In regards to the 9-tailed fox, Kurama, and Naruto being a Jinchuriki, we find out that in the beginning, he only had the yang part of the 9-tailed fox, and he already had at least 100 times
I
more
literally
chakra than
helped
Kakashi.
you.
He later gains the yin part too, raising his Jinchuriki powers even more. Kurama even says that Naruto's mom and Hokage dad pale in comparison to his mastery over the 9-tails chakra. 9-tails chakra mode and then Kurama mode, where Kurama wholeheartedly accepts Naruto, took the 7th Hokage to a whole other level. In these modes, Naruto can sense negative emotions and even resist Genjutsu. Naruto's Tailed Beast mode allows him to launch a barrage of Tailed Beast balls at his opponent, as well as to heal people by touch. Similar to a summoning, Naruto can maintain his human form as Kurama appears and they fight as 2 entities. Naruto also has a piece of every Tailed Beast chakra, allowing him to draw on their skills and allowing the Tailed Beasts to speak to each other through him. Perhaps Naruto's most famous and deadly jutsu is the Sexy Jutsu, which was always super effective against Jiraiya. The reverse harem version even helped him in the fight against the final boss, Kaguya, in some ways proving to be even more effective than even Amaterasu. As mentioned, Naruto always has Jiraiya's handed down Toad summoning, his insane number of shadow clones, his Rasengan, which he learns to turn into the S-class technique when released Rasen Shuriken, and he even becomes able to use multiple Rasen Shurikens at once. When he gains 6-path Senjutsu, Naruto can use all 5 basic nature transformations including Yin and Yang release, and he becomes able to fuse the 6-path Sage mode with Kurama's chakra in order to become Ultimate Golden Naruto,
I literally
form
say
I
thank
love
you,
to use
and I literally
in
say
Jump
thank you
Force,
in
with
chat.
his truth-seeking orbs and his ability to launch powerful Biju bombs. And that's
Thanks
the
is not
evolution of
thank
someone
you.
going from ninja dropout to world-saving ninja
It's like not
superhero.
thank you,
Obviously,
it's
there
just
are more
thanks.
details about Naruto's powers and
It's
that
not
of the
thank
other
you.
Hokage that I could not fit into this video without making it ridiculously long. But if you want to go super in-depth into any one of them or into any other character, I can do that in a separate video. Just let me know what you want to see in the comments. Also, let me know if you'd like to see this kind of video done for the rest of the Kage, for the Akatsuki,
Alright, then
or
give me
for another
Golden.
group
If-
altogether. If you did enjoy this video and want to see more like it, the best thing you can do is smash that like button and share this video with fellow Naruto fans.
But I know you're
Remember, I'll
capping.
get started on the next one
Hey,
as
I'm
soon
gonna
as
hang
we
up right
hit
quick.
4,000
See,
likes
bye,
on
have a
this
good
one.
time.
If you haven't, be sure to subscribe, and this is crucial. Ring that notification bell or you will miss future Naruto videos. And let me know if you guys want me to catch up to the Boruto manga and make some content about that as well. Lastly, the YouTube ad rates have significantly dropped recently, so the help and support we're getting